I ain't scared of you motherfuckers. I'm on it.
Hey, Freak Show! You're going nowhere!
We'll do it live! Fuck it!
Welcome back, kids and coaches, to another episode of West of Nowhere. I'm Levi.
And I'm Shane.
Yay, we're back. We're back, baby. I mean, it really hasn't been that long since, like a week or something.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Just
Crazy how time just keeps marching on.
it
You
does.
know what I mean?
Yeah, it never stops.
Whether you want it to or not. Yeah. It's all right. I mean, what are we going to do? Like, what would you do if time just stopped?
I mean, technically, time never does anything because we invented time.
It's not fucking real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it could stop and you'd never know.
So turn your clocks off, you big dumb bitches.
Yeah, smash your phones.
Yeah. Anarchy. Or don't. Or just continue to listen to us week after week because you love us. And you don't know what you would do without us, really. So
Love.
it's a battlefield.
All right. We want to thank Tony Burgess, Adam Pacino, Natalie Tacarante, Mark Stadler, Kylie Gangwish, Colby Jordan, Colton Zamersla, and Jeremy Brazzers, and then obviously also Chantel.
Yeah. And obviously also Chantel. Obviously also sometimes maybe
look.
also could be Chantel.
You people haven't been leaving us any comments. Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
You dropped the you people.
You people.
Yeah.
No
but,
comments, none?
He's right though. It's weird because like, I mean, granted, the video comes out on Wednesday. We like to record on the weekend, so it hasn't even been out for a full week yet. But fucking nothing. Come on, nothing. Not even a comment about the new logo, the merch drop, which you can find in the link tree where you can find the YouTube. So if you're listening to this, and you go to our link tree, that's in the description. Linktree, linktr.ee/WOKPOD. All the things are there. We've left you a trail of breadcrumbs to find all of our good stuff.
Yeah, you don't even gotta be Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah. You
What
don't
are-
even have to be Princess Pumpernickel.
What were those twins that, got out to the cottage full of candy and got eaten by the
Hansel and
witch?
Gretel.
There we go. You don't even gotta
Jack
be
and Jill.
Jack and
No, I don't know.
Hansel and Gretel.
Hansel and Gretel, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I would hope you wouldn't be them. That story's kind of fucked up. I don't know if you've
The real story is
looked at-
fucked up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like the real story of like everything's fucked up. Which is always funny because people go, "Oh, the book's always better than the movie," and then it's like, I don't know if you fucking heard like the Snow White story, like just getting date raped, like not a good look. Is that better than the movie? I don't think so.
It depends on who you ask.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's true. There's some fucking weirdos out there. Speaking of movies, this is an excellent segue. Look
Oh,
at this.
okay.
Have you seen the I would say drama. I wouldn't say it's an uproar, but I would say drama following the casting announcements of some of the live action Lilo and Stitch characters.
No, I thought that was a joke. I seen the picture and I was like, oh, okay. Because people do that all the time. They post,
Yeah.
they'll take pictures and be like, these people should play these if they did a live
Yeah.
action. And it's like, oh, okay. So I didn't
So
know that it was
they're
real.
actually going to make a live action
Okay,
Lilo
alright.
and Stitch. And the person they got to play Lilo, like she fits. I think she fits great. Small Hawaiian child. I don't know. Like I don't know how you could get more better. The sister in Lilo and Stitch, they got a also Hawaiian ish woman.
She's got to have a dump truck though.
Here's the problem.
Oh, she doesn't.
She's not Hawaiian enough. She's a half white Hawaiian, and that's a detriment to the story. So we have this predicament where it's like you're like on the edge of almost being a good casting call, but not good enough.
You're not Hawaiian enough?
Yeah, she's not. She's mixed, right? So
that's not...
Because I guess it's pertinent to the story, which I never really paid attention to the sister, Emily Lilo and Stitch, until...
They look exactly the same in the cartoon. Except for one's taller and has a dump truck.
The sister. But, like, I guess there's a whole lot of, like, I would say, like, a backstory, but, like, I don't know, some context about their dynamic.
Okay.
That is, like, ingrained in being a true, like, full-blooded Hawaiian, which I don't know anything to speak off of, but I just thought I'd bring it up since it's happening, this discourse around it, but people are mad about it, so...
It sounds like people are just splitting hairs because she's of Hawaiian descent, right? She is, in fact, of Hawaiian descent.
Right.
So, what's the issue? You know what I mean?
She's
like
not the right kind of Hawaiian.
See,
and
that sounds a little...
Yeah, I know. I know. That's what I was thinking. And I don't know if it's just because I'm, a cracker of a person.
That's because we don't know. Like, yeah, look at us.
Yeah, like, oh, I don't get it. But, like, I can see from an outside perspective, it doesn't sound great when you guys are saying, oh, she's not dark enough. Like, hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. I don't think we're allowed to say that. I'm pretty sure people have been telling everybody that they're not.
We can't say that.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the original voice actor, you know who the voice actor is for the sister?
Who?
In the original?
No.
She, the badass, like, metal chick from Wayne's World, Cassandra.
Oh, wow.
You remember?
Yes.
Yeah, she's Filipino, so she's not even Hawaiian, and she played her, but we're not going to talk about that. Double standard. Anyway, you want to know what the casting of a recent casting that is really getting some people riled up?
What? Who?
So I guess there is going to be a documentary. I'm going to put an asterisk on it because of what I'm about to say. On Netflix about prominent African American women, or not African American, African women.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? Guess who they decided to key up in this thing?
Beyonce.
No. Like, historical person.
Oh, I don't know then.
Cleopatra.
Oh, she's not. Okay.
No, she's not even Egyptian. She's fucking Greek. So.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Which, okay, you can make the argument maybe she's like some of the more like Middle Eastern kind of Greek, right? So but she's not African. She, like, a foreign invader that was running the Egyptian country because of, politics, basically. And not only that, but why would you want to claim her? Like, she had, like, I guess, political prowess, but she was also, like, product of super inbreeding, and then like really was only famous because one of her boos was the most famous dictator ever, Julius Caesar. So I don't know. It seems like there could be better people to pick other than
definitely
Cleopatra, and then also to go, well, she's black now, so we took her in the draft.
Yeah,
you remember the Chappelle show, the draft?
That's 100% where my mind went whenever you're like, she's black, and I was like, oh, they took her in the draft.
Oh man. So anyway, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it because once again, this is not my race to be hanging out in. But I guess the role was originally meant to be played by Gal Gadot, which that's a little bit closer, I feel like.
To what?
Also, like, to what Cleopatra, right?
Oh, she's gonna play Cleopatra. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense because isn't she Greek?
She's Israeli.
That's really
which is-
close.
It's close. I mean, it's closer than, I'm just saying. It's not that I'm saying it's a bad idea.
who are they
but
casting
it's
as
not
Cleopatra?
historically. I don't even know. They're just like, you know what? Fuck it. British actress Adele James.
Adele
So-
James. Okay.
Yeah. Give her a Google. I mean, I could see it, I guess. I mean, she looks, I guess, more like Cleopatra than Elizabeth Taylor did, right? But like, I mean, that's not really a hard mark. But it's just kind of crazy that they're trying to shoehorn this thing into something it's not, I suppose. So this Egyptian lawyer has sued Netflix for casting her.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
How does that work?
Well, I've just been reading about this happening before, and then so I just found this story about this guy suing Netflix about it today. But it cracks me up because it ties in with what I wanted to talk about anyway. But he complained of warped standards, stating in the lawsuit that most of what Netflix platform displays do not conform to Islamic and societal values and principles, especially Egyptian ones. Which, okay, you can't sue Netflix for like not conforming to Islamic standards, being as how it's not a religious thing. Like, it's not supposed to.
Okay.
So I feel like maybe this guy's just trying to capitalize on the controversy, right? Anyway, he said, in order to preserve the Egyptian national and cultural identity among Egyptians all over the world, there must be pride in the makings of such work. Now, once again, this is about Cleopatra, and she's not even fucking Egyptian. So we go back to this original problem of people trying to claim this person who was a foreign invader, right?
Right.
The Ptolemies dynasty, right? Took over. They're running shit, banging each other's sisters, and then Cleopatra shows up, and then Julius Caesar shows up, more importantly,
Right.
and is like, "What's up, babe?" And then starts basically supporting her rule. And then when he dies, then what happens? The whole shit show. Her and Mark Antony have to fucking flee the country. Like, this is not a good story of like prominent people, because I don't think that she did enough as like a sole person. I think she kind of could have been anybody in that situation, right? Like, historically, there's a story of a African like kingdom, and whose queen fought off the Romans.
Mhm.
Where's that fucking story? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
why don't I even know her name? But I know fucking Cleopatra because she's been forced into the forefront of all of the things. It's like, she sucks, dude. Get a new lady. I don't know.
She sucks.
But it was funny when people were like, why is everybody trying to claim the inbred factory that is known as Cleopatra? Like, why do you want her to be your race? Like, that's like, I don't think anybody wants her to be. I think people just want it to be, portrayed properly. And if the things about African queens, I guess she was a queen in Africa. Like, if we're just gonna do like in the broadest sense of the terms, but
Yeah, it would make more sense that if it's supposed to be Queens of Africa, it would be like someone born in Africa who was ruling in Africa who did something
yeah,
worth talking about.
yeah,
Not just this chick who got it because she was born into it and is not even African in any sense of the word.
yeah. So anyway,
I mean, to be fair, it says she was born in Alexandria, Egypt. So
yeah. I mean, she
is
born
technically,
there as,
I guess because she's born there African, but it says here she's Macedonian. Was Macedonian Greek ancestry. So
yeah.
there's I don't know.
right?
Who knows? I also
Yeah.
don't. I mean, I see the actress playing her, and I honestly don't see what the issue is either.
Yeah, she doesn't even look like it's not even like an issue. Like, I think she'd be fine, but I think the problem is,
You think
that,
they picked the wrong story to focus on?
yeah, like, get fucking over it. It's Cleopatra, she blows, like, and she's not black, first of all. Like, and what I was reading is that this documentary is, like, supposed to focus on not just Cleopatra, right, but just a bunch of prominent African women, right? So, I don't know. I feel like there's better options, but I guess I don't know. I don't know what the whole list is either. But if this is their, like, because you don't throw somebody like Cleopatra in without it being like the hook, right? Like that's what people know. People come for Cleopatra. People come for Michael Jordan, not the rest of the Bulls, right? So that's your name, like, attention grabber.
Yeah.
And instead we're just like, oh, we're gonna just tell you this story, and maybe, you know, I don't know what they're gonna change to make it fit like a narrative of her being super badass, but I don't think, as somebody who, you know, was pretty invested in Roman history for like way too long in high school, that Cleopatra's anything cool. But what do I fucking know?
Yeah. What do you know? Yeah, you know nothing.
Just a dumb white guy. Fuck. It is what it is, I suppose. Also, well, not also. This has nothing to do with
On a different note.
with it, but
Yeah.
on a different note. There we go. Have you seen the that Alec Baldwin's charges got dropped?
Yes, I did see that.
Yeah. So I guess to, you know, recap, a couple times we talked about this on the show, I suppose.
Mhm.
But anyway, yeah, they have dropped charges against Alec Baldwin. I guess allegedly, nothing's been official according to this article, but I feel like I saw a post of Alec Baldwin like talking about it. Anyway, his 2 counts of involuntary manslaughter after fatally shooting the cinematographer Halyna Hutchins. So, but then I also remember they did they did do something with her widower, right? Like they made him like an executive producer of something, and like did some other things like to try and compensate for as much as you can, I suppose.
Okay.
But this is criminal charges, so those are dropped. So I don't know if there'll be like civil, because you know when like OJ killed or didn't
Yeah, watch what you're talking about.
didn't kill that lady,
Yeah.
and her friend.
He did not chop her head off.
Yeah. He didn't stab her in the neck so many times that her head was basically chopped off. Yeah. He was found criminally not liable, but then civil suit, they fucking got him. They're like, listen here, bitch. That's why when he wrote the book, If I Did It, like the if I is so small, or the if is so small, it so basically just reads as I did it, which is hilarious because the family was like, I think you're going to make some changes to this book before you put it out. Which is, I get it. It's a smart move.
Yeah, wow.
So, we'll see. We'll see what the civil charges may or may not bring. If they even happen, I don't know. Also, there's a update. Well, not like an update, but remember last week we were talking about that Air National Guard
Yes.
who... So, we got another fucking story about an Air National Guardsman.
Another one. Holy shit.
Yeah, so there's a website, which is a parody website called rentahitman.com, which seems pretty obvious, right? That it was not realistic, but, or like a easy trap for dumb people, but this fucking Air National Guardsman applied for murder for hire jobs on this website. He just got arrested. So hilarious, I think. But he put a down payment of $2,500, and then it provided target packet, which include photographs and other information about the individual to be killed. Yeah.
No, he didn't.
So yeah, or I guess he was provided the information because it's a fictional, because it was a sting, right? Undercover agent, and then they gave him $2,500. He took the money, and then after agreeing to terms, he asked the agent undercover agent if he needed to provide a photo of the dead body, and then he was arrested. So
Dang it.
yeah.
So I tried to
What?
find that website.
Oh,
Rentahitman.com
rentahitman.com
just to see if it was real.
Yeah.
It doesn't come. It's like it's not a real website.
Oh.
So they just got this dude's ass. Like, so yeah, because at first I was like, oh, you know what?
So I found it, but it's, I don't know.
Oh.
It seems pretty fucking pretty obvious that it's not real.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
See, I thought. See, it seems more like now that they just got his ass. Like they knew he was doing this shit.
Oh, like he was gonna want to do it anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he probably searched it at work, you know, like an idiot, and then they flagged him.
So they just made this shitty website just to get him, basically.
Yeah,
That makes sense. Like this dumb bitch, he'll probably take the bait on it.
Because really, like it's so obvious that that's a trap. Rentahitman.com.
Yeah, it reminds me of fucking what's the movie? Horrible Bosses.
Yeah.
When they're trying to find a hitman, he's like, I found it on Craigslist. They're like, you found a hitman on Craigslist? It's like they use code words, instead of hitman, it's like wet work. And that guy comes and piss on him. Oh, man. Classic.
But yeah, dude, I mean,
Classic.
I'm gonna start a website called, rentahooker.com. There won't be cops involved, I promise.
Yeah.
But,
don't fear that you're gonna get arrested,
Yeah.
because this is stand-up operation.
Yeah, if we were cops, we'd have to tell you. Come on.
Yeah, obviously, because that's how that works. Oh man, some people are dumb as
Dude,
shit.
holy crap.
Yeah, I just found that funny. 2 fucking Air National Guardsman stories in a week.
I mean,
what are the odds of that?
they're weekend warriors anyway, They're not real military.
No comment. I will always remember, like, the Air National Guard showing up to Fallon one time.
Yeah.
There was a squadron out of Miami, and they showed up in, like, I don't know, fucking September, and they were in, like, full, like, Arctic gear out on the flight line. I'm like, you fuckers got spoiled in Miami. Like, it's just, like, it's too cold. We're out there in, like, t-shirts, like, our coveralls rolled down and shit. Like, I don't know what their problem is, but it's pretty funny.
Yeah, dude, they just don't get it. I'm telling you, they're the weekend warriors, dude.
Yeah. So I have this story that popped up that I found very interesting.
Okay.
So this lady and her boyfriend were both found dead in her house.
Okay.
Right? Same day, same house. And then they both died from unrelated natural causes.
What?
Yeah.
No.
How fucking wild is that? Yeah.
First off,
So-
how old are they?
32, and the boyfriend is 30.
Okay. I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. So the dude, the boyfriend, was found in the upstairs living room, and then I guess it doesn't really fucking say where she was found, but she died from a pulmonary thromboembolism. Okay. Blood clot in the lungs. So obviously the doctor, the forensic pathologist was like, it kind of seemed like they were probably linked, but then we found out that she died from something completely different than what he died from. He was discovered, the dude had taken too much methadone and contributed to a respiratory failure.
Dude, so
So-
he was doped up somewhere else, like in the house, just like
Yeah.
fucked up out of his mind. And then
Yeah.
she
And then
she probably died
she
first.
died.
She probably died first, and he was too fucked up to realize that she had died.
Yeah.
And then
Oh,
he died.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's probably
Holy fuck, dude.
yeah. So I don't know. It's kind of weird that they say both natural causes when the dude like took methadone and then contributed to respiratory failure.
I mean, it's natural in the way that it probably
You take too much methadone and then your fucking body shuts down.
yeah, accidental
guess.
suicide.
Yeah. But yeah, how wild is that? Like you get fucking two people in the house, both die, but one's just like completely random, and the other one's not related at all. Like
That doesn't
it's
make
super depressing for the people that are around them. She's got kids, I believe, but there's a GoFundMe for her, but
Yeah.
that's wild.
No, that's
Wild
insane. Yeah, no, that's crazy.
Here's another wild story. This happened this last week. Did you hear about this dude who shot this young black kid twice in Kansas City? This kid rang his doorbell and he fucking just shot him.
No.
Yeah.
What?
So yeah, this old white guy, 84.
Of course.
If you looked at him, you'd be like, yeah, obviously,
Definitely didn't.
obviously, he's gonna shoot a black kid.
Oh,
Like, he's-
dude, fuck.
yeah, it's rough, but so yeah, this kid just knocked on the wrong fucking door,
Yeah.
and this dude shot him twice. He shot him once, and he fell to the ground, and he shot him again. This guy looks like if you combined all of the pictures of the KKK that have ever existed and put them into one person via some AI thing.
Yeah.
That's what this guy would look like. It's just like so miserably angry, like and old and bitter looking.
Oh, great.
But anyway, he's got 2 felony charges, which is good. Would I fucking understand this guy's like method, but so they were also thinking about prosecuting him with a hate crime, but then in Missouri, a hate crime is a lower level of a felony, and adding that charge would constitute double jeopardy. So this kind of led me to think about Missouri's law a little bit, because a hate crime's lesser than, it would be a lesser charge, and it would be double jeopardy if involved in the same thing as a murder.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, there's some historical context into that, but Missouri, not the most safe place for black people historically, right? And they're like, you could charge him with murder, or you could charge him with a hate crime, and then you charge him with a hate crime, and then he walks, whatever. It's a lesser charge, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's wild.
Like, I wonder if that's like a loophole that they used to use all the time to like let people off.
Oh, I bet.
Like, so anyway, this dude I'm trying to think. Oh, his last name's Lester, which is when I think of like angry white people, that's like one of the first names that pops up. I don't know why, but Lester.
Mm-hmm.
Lester. It sounds worse when you throw a little southern accent on it, but anyway. So that's pretty fucked up, but I got another story to bounce us back up.
All right, let's go. Let's get up there.
Yeah. So, this lady had just finished or paid for her daughter's final chemo treatment for breast cancer, right?
Okay.
Which is expensive, right? It's an expensive thing. And also, this lady's 74, right? So she's been helping her daughter beat breast cancer, and that's a financial burden. Well, she went out, bought a $10 lottery ticket, and won $2 million.
I need some money.
Right? Isn't that fucking tight, though?
It's good, yeah.
Just like helping her daughter with cancer treatment, and then she goes out and wins $2 million, which, you know, that'll pay for probably like a quarter of her hospital bills. But, but no, that's pretty cool. I was like, oh, man. You never hear like people going through some shit winning the lottery. It's always like some asshole that wants to buy 16 Bugattis and then die about cocaine overdose in Mexico. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. So
Well, I mean,
that's pretty sweet.
sometimes good people are lucky.
Yeah. So it's the $2 million Florida lottery jackpot. And in Florida, we got some more stories, which is kind of also good. I guess depending on how you look at it. So in Florida, Walt Disney World said that they were going to break ground next year on a planned affordable housing development in Central Florida.
Yeah.
Which sounds good, right? Because it's affordable housing. But then also, like, when I think about big corporations buying up land so they could rent shit out, like, I just immediately have this, like, sick feeling because it's like, that's why houses are so expensive. You know, that's why all this shit's so expensive, is because all these companies are, like, buying, selling, converting, doing all this shit. But I think they're probably going to do a pretty good job, considering it's only going to be, I guess, a few miles, in quotes, away from the Magic Kingdom, is what they said. But it's going to be 1,400 housing units on 80 acres. So that's pretty cool. And then some of the things that they're talking about, like why this would be helpful, is some of their Disney employees, you know, might need affordable housing and then also close to work. And then my head went, well, just pay them more fucking money. But, you know, I guess.
You see, this is what's going to happen. So Disney's going to start running their employees like the military runs us, or well, used to run you, right?
Yeah.
And so if you move into Disney housing, you don't make as much
barracks inspection, baby.
you don't make as much money, you know. But hey, you got housing, you know. And then
that's one thing.
Then they're gonna have like little Disney cops rolling through the fucking, you know, through the cul-de-sac.
Just making sure people are fucking not smoking in designated smoking areas. Oh man, like just having that image of it just turning into like the barracks or base housing. Like you got rovers like walking through people's yards and shit. Like,
Yep.
what are you doing? That fire better not be over 2 feet. Like, fuck, dude, leave me alone. I'm sorry.
That's exactly what it's gonna happen. Yeah.
So this story made me think of there's been a lot of talk about old elongated muskrat and his plan to add like Tesla like work towns basically.
Okay.
Near Tesla plants and stuff.
Yeah, like you do.
So, you know, which is historically a terrible idea, but you know, he doesn't really give a fuck about the people who work for him, obviously. So it's like, okay. So his, you know, and I guess this kind of goes back to like coal towns, like coal towns in like the Virginias back in the day. They'd be like, hey, company town, like you work for our coal company, you can live here. And they're like, fuck yeah, it's right down the street from work.
Yeah.
You know, blah, blah, blah. But then that company also owns the grocery store and owns all the fucking like necessary things that you have to pay. And so they're making money off of you while you're at work and then while you're at home.
Yeah, hand over
like,
fist, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, they're just fucking you all the time. Which is not great for anybody except for the company you work for. So probably not a great idea now, but who knows?
Hey, look,
Why,
I've seen the
why
way
would it fail in history? You know?
I've seen the way Elon has run Twitter, and he's made it a better place. he can only make a town
God.
even better, dude. No making fun of Elon. Free speech wherever you want, you know. Except for if it's about him, then you better get ready to
Yeah.
get kicked out. So,
Yeah.
you know,
Don't talk bad about me or I'll
Elon
fucking
Musk
bang you.
2024, okay?
Yeah. Well, yikes. Speaking of that, did you see that the classic verified system in Twitter's gone? Like verification, like so now you have to pay the $8 a month for your blue check mark if you want it.
Yeah, oh, okay.
So they got rid of like the grandfathered in from original Twitter, where it was like you just had to be a person of notoriety to have a check mark.
Yeah.
So that's gone.
Now you just have to pay
Kind of.
$8 a month.
Yeah. So there's been some people who are like, yeah, I'm not fucking doing that. Like, that's stupid. And, like a lot of the, uber famous people that generate a lot of traffic, they're like not interested in it.
Yeah.
And I can't remember what the number is, but there was a subscription number for Twitter Blue is what it's called, right? And it was like when they announced it, and then like when they dropped like the original check mark,
Yeah.
and it only gained like 90 people, like, so nobody gave a shit. And Stephen King was one of the people giving Elon a bunch of shit about it, and he's still got his check mark, and he's like, I didn't fucking pay any money. Like, I'm not doing this. Why do I still have my thing if you said you were going to take it away? And then Elon's just like, you're welcome. Like, everybody gets one, I guess. So he just gave him, like, he's like, play on my website, guys. Like, here's a free thing. Like, like him and LeBron James, and there's somebody else I can't think of right now, but are also like all three of them didn't pay for it and just got it for some reason. Like, I don't know. It's very weird. And he's, I don't know.
Those are
he's just
Elon's
like a giant
favorite
child.
Those are Elon's favorite people. They get to keep their check marks because Elon likes them.
I like you.
I like
Here's your
you.
check
You
mark.
get a check mark.
Yeah. You did a good job
See?
making me smile.
If I owned
so
Twitter,
here you go.
you'd have a blue check mark, Levi.
Oh, well. thank
See?
you.
Exactly. See?
Man. It would be a simpler world, that's for sure. Yeah. I mean, simpler than the world in which we live in, which involves secret Chinese police stations. Have you heard about this?
Ooh, underneath Pizza Huts.
I mean, I don't know if it's underneath Pizza Huts, but wait, hold on. What are you talking about?
I'm just making shit up.
Oh, okay. I was like, hold on. I gotta hear about this. So, there's been a kind of, not a conspiracy, because it's definitely happening and people know it's happening, but like an identification of these, what they're calling Chinese police stations in different countries around the world.
Okay.
The United States being one of them. These police stations, they're not obviously an actual police station, but what they do act as is kind of like an enforcement on Chinese people living abroad, like keeping them in check almost, right?
What?
Yeah, like like making sure that they're like not conforming to the other places that they're living in, but that they're sticking true to China, big China, right?
Yeah.
So their like, I don't know, rationale for this is that they are helping people with different kinds of tasks that they might have troubles with in foreign countries, because they got to that country on their own, but god damn it, they're gonna fuck up somehow, so they need
Yeah.
they need this guidance, basically. Well, there's been some people being arrested in some of these operations. There's been 2 people arrested by the FBI in a illegal police station for the government of China that was operating in Lower Manhattan, which is in New York, for those who are geographically, stunted. These 2 men are charged with conspiring to act as agents for the Chinese government, basically like an espionage charge, right?
Yeah.
So, there's Harry is one guy, 61, and Chen, 59, who were both arrested. And this is one of the statements that the FBI made, is that the defendants worked together to establish the first overseas police station in the United States on behalf of the Ministry of Public Security for, the Chinese government, right?
Okay.
So they're like spies, secret agents, and then also like fucking with the Chinese people in America, basically.
Yeah.
Like kind of like a Gestapo kind of thing, where they're like, leaning around the corner when somebody's about to do something, and they're like, in a very cartoony kind of way.
Yeah,
I don't think they're actually doing that, but that's how I imagine it.
Well, no, go
ahead.
That's so weird. Like, I didn't...
Yeah.
Because the Chinese people who are living here, why not just call the authorities and be like... I mean, I'm assuming that's what happened. They called the actual cops, and they're like, yo, these dudes are being wild,
Yeah. So the common thread in the complaints, by, I don't know who specifically filed them, because it's, blocked, right? But
yeah.
there's these 3 complaints filed against a group of 10 people that includes 8 Chinese government officials. The common thread in the 3 complaints that the suspects allegedly worked to intimidate, harass, and threaten wanted Chinese nationals inside the United States. Last November, the FBI said it was aware that China was operating a de facto police station in Manhattan outside of proper procedure. That's what I was talking about, where they're like, it's not a conspiracy, but kind of is, but it's not. So that's weird.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
wild.
Yeah, it's super crazy, because it's like, there's a couple layers to it. Like, are you wanting to get rid of, or like, are you wanting to get like information on America through these people, or are you just not wanting these people to live in America, right? Like, live in America, but only how we want you to live there, right?
Yeah,
like
that's what it sounds like.
Like an extended, like, marionette hand, kind of. So I found that kind of interesting, because it's not something you fucking read about every day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, it sounds like something straight out of like that show, The Americans.
Oh, yeah. I actually have never watched that show. Is it good?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah. There's a lot of like espionage kind of stuff, though, right?
Yeah.
Like secret agent type stuff, recording people while you're not there and spying on them and doing all crazy kind of things.
Well, it's about this, like, the show is about this husband and wife who are in fact Russian spies.
Okay, hello.
But they have like American accents and
Regular lives.
But they have regular lives and everything.
Yeah.
They're just like a sleeper. So, and obviously shit gets crazy from there.
Yeah.
But yeah, same difference. Except for the Chinese,
Yeah. We gotta remake it. They're fucking remaking everything else. Might as well do it. So the FBI is heavily featured in this week's episode, and I didn't plan that intentionally, but last week I was reading this story about a officials, multiple, in Oklahoma, who was recorded having said some fucking wild shit.
Yeah.
So I can't remember the full like context of what was happening, but this guy, I guess, thought that some of these other people that were their government officials that were talking behind his back, and some of the shit that he said or like some of these guys have said, it's wild. One of the people said, I'll tell you something, it was back in the day when so-and-so would take a damn black guy, whoop their ass and throw him in a cell, I'd run for fucking sheriff. Like, he's like, You know, if that was the days we, lived
Yeah.
in,
Wow.
he's like, hell yeah. I know. I'd take him down to Mud Creek, hang him up on a damn rope.
Holy
they can't
shit.
do that anymore. They got more rights than we got.
Dude.
Yeah. So, people saying shit like this, and they're like, you know what? You violated our privacy by recording us saying these things. And the FBI's like, we're going to investigate you because that seems weird. But I just, like, the fucking, like, immediate, well, you're not allowed to record that. So you can't act like we said racist stuff because you're not allowed to record it. Like, it's not being submitted into court. Like, people just know that you said shit.
Yeah,
know?
people just know that you're a piece
And
of
then-
shit.
And then also you defending your actions by saying, well, I was legally recorded, kind of just makes you go, yeah, I did that, but I was legally recorded, so it's okay. Like, so you're basically just admitted to it.
Yeah, no, you fucked up.
Yeah, you fucked up real good. Anyway, yeah, the full audio, I think I saw an article that said it was published, so if you want to go listen to it, it's fucking wild. I listened like the first 4 minutes and I was like, this is insane. Like, that people are just like, you know what? I think I'm going to say some stuff straight out of 1852 today.
Yeah.
Like, anyway. So, so that's kind of all I got.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't really have anything happy to end on. So
I know.
Sorry about it.
It's all good. We want to thank our friends, the Dutch and Denver podcast, the No New Friends podcast, Kicking It with the Kellys in the Remedy Room.
Yeah.
All of their links you can find through our link tree onto our website. Again, Check out our merch store.
Yeah.
Buy something or don't. That's fine.
Buy something, tell your friends, share the stuff, like the stuff, comment on the stuff, you
Yeah.
know.
Kylie.
Yeah. Kylie, jeez.
Jeez.
And also, if you're like, where's the Billboard 200? Maybe we recorded this in the same week that we recorded last week and it's still the same list. Maybe we didn't. Who knows? Anything's possible in your imagination. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man. Is that it?
That's it.
All right. I've had enough. Peace out, bitches.
Tip your bartender.